Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Watch Party. Today, we're going to try out Monarch Legacy of Monsters. This was highly recommended to me. So, let's see if this is actually any good. This is apparently before the last movie. Shortly before the events of Godzilla King of the Monsters. So, this is before Ghidorah. I never really was a fan of this show. I couldn't get into season one, but apparently, this is a huge step up from what I'm told. I never was a big fan of Wyatt Russell. The only real thing I remember him from is being U.S. agent. So other than that, hey, Ed Case is supposed to be a tie-in for the Godzilla versus Kong originally. I didn't like the first season too well. Uh, I saw maybe a couple episodes, but a couple of people have told me the season two is a lot better. So just giving it a shot. If you've seen all the legendary Godzilla films, I think you should be able to keep up with it. So far, I am not impressed with this. What do you expect? He's a monkey. So she's in charge because they just abandoned the actual director, apparently. Yeah, I got a beep.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I just spent 5 hours to earn a measly $50.
Uber, DoorDash.
Yeah.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, I might be able to pay for the gas that I took to do all that. Because thanks to this state's high taxes, it is now $5.25 a gallon.
That's higher than the national average, but it's up 44% since the end of January. Remember, we took two OPEC nations out of production, and then we bottlenecked a whole bunch of other ones behind the Strait of Hormuz. Oil went from 70 to over 100 a barrel. Monty would have just dropped dead.
Yeah, the $1.50 in taxes and fees that I have to pay per gallon is not helping stuff.
No, no, it's way too high. I just found out some disturbing stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw that. YouTube's being YouTube again.
Something tells me that if we don't start working very hard now to make sure it doesn't happen to us, they'll just do it to me too.
Yeah, I would suggest some alternate forms of revenue growth.
What do you also revenue growth?
Patreon, Streamlabs, or Stream
Oh,
Elements.
that yeah. I'm doing two things. One is that, and the other is I'm changing thumbnails and I'm only putting the titles on them. So Saving Star Trek will now be replaced by the episode title, so it'll look different. Some of the things that they did to make our channel appear to be in trouble were really uncool. Like if I called this one Member Stream 21 or something like that, we would really be in trouble.
It's almost like YouTube doesn't want to make money.
YouTube makes plenty of money. They only want banging live channels. Like I would say someone generating the kind of money Tony makes is probably their bare minimum. And that I'm pretty close to the chopping block.
Now, have you seen this show before?
I've never seen Monarch before, although it looks like they're on Kong Island.
Yeah, they started off on Kong Island. This apparently takes place in 2017, before even King Ghidorah.
All right, so they're prequeling themselves for obvious reasons. Let me ask you a question. We're watching this until what time?
This episode is about 50 minutes long.
All right, so 5
So,
after 8 would work for us.
yeah, that should work.
Okay. Everything I found out was pretty scary. We're not under in immediate danger, but we are walking on the same block that just had a piano fall on someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it just reinforces the fact that need to diversify.
That might be the only thing that saved us, but even our diversity is a problem because sequential episode titles or the same show name over and over will get you in trouble.
No,
So
I
even
mean
if you
like just
go ahead.
diversify away from YouTube. Can bring have you keep YouTube for as long, just write it until the wheels fall off, but have like X and Rumble and Instagram, all sorts of whatever platform you can get on, and
I'm
any
working
other way
pretty
you
hard
can
on
get money.
I'm working pretty hard on the only other known functional platform, Rumble, but I mean that's got issues too. I might have to start doing Kick.
That'll kick. It's weird, but it works. It's better than Switch. Yeah, exactly, head case.
Headcase, there's going to be a member stream tonight. I'm formulating a note tonight. I'm not giving up.
Oh, he'll be there with the new avatar. Now, this is interesting. Kurt Russell does a much better job in this than he does in the Madison, and he has almost
I
no
don't.
lines.
In the Madison, all he does is talk, but he's not on screen. It's just some double, and it's like, men were meant to be hunters. Like, no one cares. Like, I'm trying so hard to fly fish, I can't enjoy myself. No one cares.
No, he's busy doing this. He just phoned in the voiceover for the Madison.
The Madison was made in 2024.
Yeah, apparently the Hollow Earth stops you from aging now. Either that or they're inventing a whole new realm in between Hollow Earth and the surface. Because she is as old as Kurt Russell's character.
That would make sense. That would explain, or that would contribute to why there's like prehistoric creatures down there.
Yeah, but they in none of the movies did they mention that it like slows aging or stops time.
She may have been trapped within some pocket of that place that was unique.
Yeah, it'd have to be. Because she should be
Well,
70 years. That one woman should be 70 years old.
she may have been blinked forward in time or something. It's just once you go down there, you're in the magical candy store, is my guess. Also, I know that there's a lot of people who are absolutely furious to see all these people with British accents filling up roles that Americans could have. This feels very Disney, doesn't it? The English accent, black lady lecturing the other chick to be more stunning and brave.
Yeah, it does feel very Disney of them.
No, I'm not saying I'd go with his recommendations because we like different movies, but Andy Masterson said he just couldn't hang with this anymore. He said that like it was good, and then in like episode 3 crumbles and implodes.
Yeah, so far, I'm not really seeing the appeal.
Feelings on the ship deck, right? I mean, aside from the fact that this chick is hot, they put her with a body positivity, really ugly chick, didn't they?
Meh. Andrew Garfield's real voice is horrible.
Is that true?
Might as well. He is very English.
He's fucking Cammy from 1923. Well, she was born in 1923. He's fucking Cammy from Landman. He's dating Dummy Moron. If his real voice is that bad, is it the deal that he just has a super? Oh, he sounds whiny. I was going to ask if he had like a super thick Brit accent. It's weird that to him making a statement of tolerance was, although she's really, really woke and super feminist, it's okay to read the books of J.K. Rowling, even though she's anti-trans. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
It was a very strange set of circumstances for anything to do with Andrew Garfield. He's never anything but weird. He also never seems to be mean, though. I got to give him that.
Yeah, he just comes off
Out of it,
weird and
theater
yeah.
kid,
I think most of
isolated.
that's British.
A lot of it might be isolated theater kid just working really hard to be the best singer and dancer as well as actor, be a triple threat. 'Cause I believe he does all those things as well. He's like Zendaya, except he can act.
Well, Zendaya was never really there to act.
The thing is that she wasn't, and she's also not there to be good looking. She has an unappealing masculine look that Disney likes, and they just noticed her as a dancer in a Hugh Jackman movie about P.T. Barnum called The Greatest Entertainer, if you've heard of it.
Yeah, head case. A lot of Brits have that problem. They all
What, did he
sound real whiny.
Oh, I thought you meant maybe Andrew Garfield being into really old ladies. I'm like, I don't know about that one. All right, so we saw from the fog, this is Skull Island.
Yeah.
I would definitely wear my officey metrosexual outfit to this island, huh? This guy's dressed to go to the fucking disco.
Yeah, not exactly a deserted island where
In a sequence eerily and boringly like King Kong 1976.
yeah, head case. That's the Cosme name, and in the near future, probably going to be rebranded for the YouTube channel. Well, at least I got an interesting bird. Hey, Gorilla. Hey, it's 7 somewhere. You just happen to be in the wrong time zone.
Gorilla, that discussion we had last week about the direction of your channel, I think we saw what happens when people do this, just do repetitive programming. Like, even I'm scared we're changing up a few things on my channel. You simply can't call it Cigar Lounge every week. It would have to be like Smoking Room the next week, and then, like, the tobacconist. If they think you're doing the same thing over and over, they're just going to come after you. That's Plomeek Tea Time number 265, and titles like that are what got Jill. According to all the rules that I spent today, I spent an entire day researching what happened to her. Headcase is right. When we go live on my channel, I'm just going to explain what the fuck happened to her as far as I can figure it out. Maybe she'll get something out of it. There is a way for her to get her monetization back in 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, YouTube's going. Why would they be upset by what's essentially a series title being on shows?
They changed the name of the rule she broke from repetitive content. Is that John Walker, USA agent, Kurt
Yes,
Russell's
it
kid?
is. Yeah, that's Wyatt Russell.
He's an okay actor. I like everything he does. I like him in everything he does. I've never seen him in anything good though. Falcon and Winter Soldier sucked. Suicide Squad sucked. I'm sorry, Thunderbolt sucked.
Might as well be Suicide Squad.
It was Marvel's version of it. But remember about a month ago, I said Disparu is leaving his camera on all the time now?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do video essays made up of videos of other people's video without your camera on, you're really open to possibility of reused or unoriginal content.
Yeah. No, they're hitting a lot of people, even the bigger channels.
You have to. I've seen a few steps I can take that I think will mitigate it, but they might not be great for channel growth, like changing the name of the show and not having it be Streaming for Vengeance every week. It's too bad. People like the name. It'll
Yeah.
like whatever topic it is. Also, a weekly, like 10-minute rant. There's nothing I can do except that. It has to be standalone with its own title. Start differentiating stuff. We were different enough that we're not in immediate trouble, but if we don't start tacking in a new direction, like we could end up in the same place. Will we end up finding a new rule to end up accidentally breaking? Probably. Probably. I feel very badly about what happened to her.
Yeah. Well, if we don't find it on our own, YouTube will be kind enough to invent a rule for us to break.
Yeah, being funny without a license. It looks like a giant testicle. Is that a mammoth? Oh, it's Kong.
That's a Kong.
Yeah. How could this happen before the other? This happens before King Ghidorah, but after Skull Island, huh? Or in the middle of Skull Island?
After Skull Island. Skull Island was in the 70s.
And the 1940s. That opening segment, right? Stupid asshole. Watch where you're going when you're walking past a 10-story gorilla. What are you, an idiot? So the hot chick is dead and the really fugly girl's fine. Oh, okay. The hot chick is all right. That black chick, it's got nothing to do with being black. She is fucking fugly, huh?
Yeah, not much to look at.
Look at this Zumwalt class destroyer. They're trying to be futuristic.
Yeah, I guess Marvelous Videos actually lost monetization too. They have 1.5 million subscribers.
What were they also a panel show that went chronologically through other shows?
They do not do any live streams.
Apparently live stream is supposed to be the best shield. That she got hit with almost no uploads at all is disturbing and means they're really cracking down.
Yeah, I'd wonder why.
You wonder why they're cracking down?
Especially on the bigger channels.
They want everyone
Marvelous
out of here.
Videos, they're generating probably tens of thousands of dollars worth of ad revenue for YouTube every month. Yeah, we really can't say sucks anymore. Head case.
What do you mean?
It's just one of the rules that they'll probably invent to come after us.
Oh, okay. So this is levity. This is a joke
Yes.
for now. For now. This is some bullshit about how Henry Cavill and his girlfriend are in a looks match. He thinks she's hot. That's good enough. She also is far from unattractive. She just has terrible style.
Yeah, he's pretty fast, pretty big, and it's a very small island.
Yeah, the island's about as big as you need it to be, right?
Yeah, it's either the size of Manhattan or the size of a small football stadium.
I can't believe Good Evening Sirs and Madams contributes to the idea of sameness, but we'll figure it out, or we won't.
Yeah. Well, it's almost to the point where they don't want you to have a catchphrase.
They're going to eliminate everything that builds brand loyalty. First, they got rid of your names and replaced it with the handles, which are all numeric and weird. They're phasing us all out.
Yeah, it would seem so. That's why I recommend to everyone out there, even if you surf YouTube all the time,
Start
branch
looking at
out a
places
bit.
like Rumble.
Yeah,
It
because
doesn't
Rumble does
work
have a
very
short
well.
feature now.
What's that?
Rumbles does have a short feature now, so if you like
Okay.
zoning out and flipping through that, Rumble got you covered.
It's unfortunate how much Rumble sort of sucks, though. They've had
Yeah,
years of
just if you're using it, works very well if you know how to use it right.
yes, except if you're a
I
YouTuber
would,
and you have it
I would,
blow up on the
yeah,
pad a lot.
I equate it more to sort of like Android and an iPhone. You get so used to using the one you have, which for all of us right now is YouTube, that all the differences when you go over to Android or in this case Rumble, it feels like it's not working properly. It's just
Well,
working different though.
when it blows up on the pad when I launch the stream, like one out of every 6 or 7 times, that's them. I mean, I
Half of
can't
the
cut and
time that
paste it.
StreamYard though.
It might be. We know Google doesn't like them,
Yeah.
but they
I
have
have
to
never
stop. Go
The
ahead.
only problem I have ever had with Rumble is interfacing with StreamYard.
Is this some of the wreckage from?
This is the
No, it
wreckage
can't be.
from the end of season 1.
Okay.
They use that their pod thing to get the Asian chick out of that's essentially the upside down.
Oh, in the vent world or whatever they call it, inside the Hollow Earth.
Yeah, wherever she was not aging for 50 years or so.
I mean, depending upon what you get to bring with you. I'm realizing now that if I had not used star dates, if I had used sequential numbers on the Saving Star Trek streams, we'd probably already be done, wouldn't we?
Probably.
My numbers didn't make sense and didn't seem sequential.
Oh, all the better. You fucked with the intelligence of the AI.
Apparently, keeping it confused is the only thing you can do and hope that people can figure it out on their own. You got to find a way that human minds think and pattern recognize that doesn't trip the AI. And we've had our problems. However, after a chat with the other people in the Star Trek group, it looks like a lot more cameras will be on. We're going to try to keep at least one on at all times.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get this camera going properly.
Or change avatars in the middle of the show for now. Sometime during your show, change avatars. Having a live beginning that's the same every time is also bad for you. Did you know that? So my supercut edited beginning is bad. It is, I agree. It's sad that today, this month's member meetup will be workshopping ideas and explaining to people what happened to our friend's channel. We take no pleasure in that, despite the fact that there was competition. I hope she gets her channel back in monetization back in minimal time. I really do. Then I can beat her the old-fashioned way, right, Germ? We have just talked about our fucking feelings for the whole time I've been watching this, bro. We did walk past the sleeping giant. That was the highlight of this.
They had some family drama at the end of last season. Asian Lady 1 is his mother.
Right, I get how that could happen based on what we know. Her.
And the little one there and then the boy are
kids.
half brother and sister.
Okay. One's her kid, one's his.
Oh no, they're both his kid.
But one's with her and one's with someone else.
No, one's with his ex-wife and one's with just some broad he hooked up with. Because the two kids are that one older Asian lady's grandkids.
Gotcha. Well, they're having Wyatt Russell just sort of play like Kurt Russell, aren't they?
I didn't hear anything about what they did in France head case.
Oh, the French, or here's the deal. Every country that had somebody wrapped up in them is having their own investigation. And a lot of them are uncovering things that seem to have either been suppressed or overlooked in the United States. Like for it, would this surprise you to find out that not every single last person who went to that island had the word liberal tattooed across their forehead? Like people other than Jane Fonda actually went there. Some moderates, some centrists, and some Republicans were on the island too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of all that stuff was released here. It's just what the media chooses to cover.
Well, the thing is, it was released, but we're not getting it was released, but the documents are being dribbled out a few at a time. And the first ones they released, they didn't redact the correct way, so somebody used a quick trick with with Google Documents or with MS Documents and was able to see the docs right away. Like they were
Oh yeah,
able to unblack out the ink.
yeah, that's a old trick. Half the time, that's the FBI's way of saying "fuck you" to Congress because they spend so much time demanding certain things get redacted, and you just do a half-assed job redacting it in a way that literally everyone knows the first thing to check to try to see them.
I believe that
That's something I actually learned in high school.
I believe this one was. These were not released. These were not redacted by the FBI. It was the new nothing ever happened on Epstein Island that was bad committee. Fucked up the redactions. The FBI just dumped them the papers. Then they had their congressional aides change it. So this one's on people like MAGA Mike Johnson. Oh, give me a break.
Oh yeah, sure. Mike Johnson is 100% MAGA.
Oh, lately he's been saying he's not, but for a long time
He was never MAGA.
The press calls him that, and he's embraced it though.
Yeah, the press says a lot of stupid shit. Yeah, the CGI in this one is pretty good, head case.
It actually is. Was he MAGA until he wasn't? Is he America First Mike Johnson now? Like Marjorie Taylor Greene? Is that her name?
Well, you got the name right.
She used to be MAGA. Now she's America First.
She's nothing now because she ran away because, well, she had some stuff come up and realized she wasn't going to win a primary.
I read that it was because Trump kept slagging her and she kept talking about the Epstein files to get him to leave her alone, and that it ended up into like a circular firing squad between the two of them. They're just damaging the shit out of each other, so she left Congress. She's going to make a lot of money just going around speaking.
Yeah, that's the plan for her anyway.
Her and Kurtzman can be opposing speakers on the speaking tour. How great would that be? The first time I'd ever be standing up, be the first time that we'd be on our feet clapping wildly for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, you just like, all right. Once in a while, she says something that makes sense. If she's debating Kurtzman, I'm team Marjorie Taylor Greene the whole time.
Well, if she's debating Kurtzman, I'm hoping for a little mutual destruction.
She would beat his ass so badly. She used to own a gym.
Yeah. But of course, she would beat him. You're dealing with one commie retard versus one just crooked as hell ex-congressman.
Don't let Deej Odyssey hear you say that. He got extremely upset with people for not voting with her. Or, sorry, for her. Actually, let me rephrase that. Deej does not get very upset. He doesn't have that gear, but he was strident about that one.
Yeah, we all make mistakes. Oh, that's a good name. March Member Madness.
I am still processing the idea that if you have a regular recurring show name, you're really at risk. It's starting to look like live's the only way to go, and then you just unlist yourself and hope for the best, huh?
I guess.
So he's been in the Upside Down too, but he just got old.
He wasn't for all that time. He was
Okay, so he's a new
to say the
arrival
hell.
to the Upside Down.
Yeah, he got stuck there freeing her.
Would you be upset if I called this retardism?
Actually, it's pretty accurate.
I'm not saying there's no saving this, but this is retarded, and doesn't it look like the location from the beginning of Rise of Skywalker?
A little bit.
Why Mustafar would have a forest, I don't know, but
It's a hell of a cockroach.
is that one of those things that was on the wall of the bar? It was like a trilobite.
It might be. It's the world's ugliest tentacruel.
I seriously think the fingerless gloves are to have other people double him most of the time. Like, this ain't him. You know what I mean? This ain't him. That's him. Anytime you can't directly see his face, it's not him.
Most likely. He may be
What's that?
pretty spry for his age, but he's still 75. He ain't going to be doing a lot of his own stunts.
He also has never cost more money, so he's not going to sit around in the chair and push buttons without his face showing when they can save money and keep him off the set for. By the end of this production, if you save 4 or 5 days of having Kurt on set, you've saved a ton of money. All right, that's bullshit. How did he miss that? There's no way he missed that fucking thing. It just got in there. Give me a break.
Well, he's old, man. His eyesight ain't great.
No, officer, I really thought I dropped my kid off for school before I parked my car in the direct sun.
Yeah, insects are usually way stronger than that head case.
I'm just thinking on this one. Does yesterday's development mean that I'm the last and oldest remaining Trek channel?
Maybe.
I didn't want it like that. I wonder if poor Jill gets the final month's money.
You should. She should.
What if she's stuck at like $89? Then they're like, no, we'll just hold on to this. You'll be fine.
They had enough problems with that before during the last purges. They're holding on to a lot of people's money, and some of them even went as far to go through legal action to get their money off of them.
Well, if you're Disparu and you're making $100,000 a month, you would get a lawyer, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say right now, he's not being handed that money. Disparu works fucking hard.
Oh yeah.
Tell me he wasn't a good find.
No, definitely.
Considering all the threats and where they are, maybe you want to take the helicopter up slightly higher.
And Kong's just gonna essentially curse him out. Kong is actually very nice. He just kills him every once in a while.
Kong is actually very nice in general. He gets riled up and destroys things without thought, though.
Well, that's the episode.
It sucked, but the end realized that the episode sucked, so it was trying to save it. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it may have been. There's a whole lot of setup.
We'll slow right back down to at the beginning of the next episode, and then we'll accelerate to that pace again in the last 2 minutes once again.
Yeah. I guess we can give this another episode. So it's better than Marshall's by far.
I was going to say it's not quite Marshall's.
Yeah, this one's definitely in the second episode.
Marshall's earned a second episode. It was just that it didn't earn it strongly, and that second episode was just like the weakest of weak sauce.
Yeah. But
in episode 2 of Marshall's, what they do is start hammering it into the most boring non-Yellowstone show you could have. When he's talking to his son, and he's like, "Gee, Pa, guess I won't be seeing you. I'll just be riding the herd, just be working the herd." And he's like, "That's right, son. And I won't be seeing you either, or the ranch, or your mom's grave. I'll just be riding with the posse." "Well, Pa, see ya." "Well, son, see ya." And then we just like, here's our team of like weird people. This person likes to eat a lot, and this person tells bad jokes, and this person's from New York and has a terrible attitude. And it's just like everybody with the most cookie cutter traits. And they were just like, check out FBI Yellowstone, which is what it felt like.
Yeah. Yeah. With this, the difference is that Marshall's, I had to screen the second episode before I would have decided to put it on or not. This, I'm fairly confident we can just go straight to having the episode on and not bothering with screening it beforehand.
I'm starting to think that we should have days where we watch video and days where we review it, and nary the two shall meet.
Yeah.
We're getting close to that point.
Well, yeah, that's one of the benefits of splitting up, like on Saturdays, the watch party on my channel and the review on your channel.
I might start unlisting the watch parties so that you can keep the stats and the likes, but not build up a bad rep.
Yeah, that might work.
Well, you have everything but the hours. Your behavior is perfect, no strikes. You have mostly original ideas. The only things that are falling into that category, I guess, will be discussed in about 10 minutes on my show, because unfortunately, because this channel that got demonetized is fairly closely related to mine as far as what it does. I'm going to have to talk about and explain to the channel members why the channel that they joined has to be at least aesthetically changed. We have to make some aesthetic changes. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road in a big way.
Yeah.
It's unfair, and my heart goes out to Jill because now she has to find a way to re-enlist that software with no help from her audience. That stuff costs a lot of money.
No, maybe it'd be better just to clean it up.
What do you mean? As far as her channel?
Yeah, her channel with all the enhancements that she bought into.
That I think is the biggest reason that there was a problem. That I think is the biggest reason that there was a problem. I think that put her on the radar. Just remember, we had someone doing that to us, but we were self-reporting all the time.
Yeah.
Just one quick cut and paste. I think they may have been laissez-faire about it. I don't know. Like I said, I hope she gets her channel back in the minimum of 12 weeks. I really do. I hope that it's not 1 minute longer than it has to be. And I really do wish her the best. It was very unfortunate. No one was happy about it.
Yeah, it's never good when someone loses monetization.
There was one or two people who, when their channel went away, we weren't exactly crying, but
Well, yeah. But in those cases, those were reprehensible abuses of the rules.
You've got to be pretty reprehensible for being Germ to start to turn on you, especially Germ. Germ doesn't. He's got a super thick skin. Nothing bothers him, and he has that's their show. Let them do whatever the hell they want. It's like, what? Setting midgets on fire? Fuck it. It's not my show. I don't care. So
hey, it worked for Jerry Springer.
It did. But if you manage to anger Germ or offend him in a way that's real, like, you're being pretty classless. Like, the only person I could think of that where we were like legit glad when their channel went away was Time Travel Weasel down in New Zealand.
Yeah, he was.
No one.
He deserved worse than what he actually got.
He got his channel back too.
Yeah, I don't see how.
After 1 year, he appealed he appealed for reinstatement. He was not kicked off for hate. He was kicked off for. It was hateful what he did. Time Travel Weasel took Sci-Fi Nation's show and played it on his own show, and then would pause it every couple of minutes to attack Sci-Fi Nation. But he didn't do it in a way that was transformative enough for him to get away with it. And in fact, what happened was he would just turn on the guy's show and start screaming at the TV the way someone who doesn't like the outcome of a baseball, like a problem gambler watching a football game, It's like, you motherfucker, just like screaming and yelling at the screen, just losing his mind, never pausing it. And so there was nothing transformational about it. And what happens is you get a notification when someone plays your show. So Sci-Fi Nation sees that Time Travel Weasel's watching his show. Sci-Fi Nation looks at and sees that 100% of his show was used, and he has right of recusal and destruction of the other person's show. He requested that that Weasel take it down. Weasel wouldn't take it down, so that was strike one. And he did it 3 times in 3 days. And he was just doubled down and doubled down and doubled down the way that guy always does.
Yeah, but I was sort of hoping he would end up in a padded cell.
There's no evidence that he hasn't spent some time in one since then, because he does just act so off the hook, and he is so poorly hinged and so poorly rooted to reality that I could absolutely see that being the case. But if you're a member of my channel right now, there's a pass in the member posts. It's in a notification about how today we are having our member stream. It's going to start in about 5 minutes, and Germ will be there with me for some of it, if not all of it. And we'll explain what we think happens. We will get into it as far as what happened to Jill. It's not any shade, so I don't see it as bad. We're not going to be like yelling at her avatar the way Time Travel Weasel did to Sci-Fi Nation.
No,
but
yeah,
we will have Sydney Sweeney.
That
That was stupid and wrong.
definitely.
All right. We'll see you guys over on the other side. I've got to go open up the room.
Yeah. Thanks for being there, everybody. We'll be back here tomorrow at 5 Pacific time. We'll be watching Godzilla versus Mothra, believe it's a 1991 movie, not the 60s movie.
Cool.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, sirs and madams.